Alright guys, I'm gonna bring you today a lesson. It's gonna be really a basic music theory lesson. I'm doing this actually because a co-worker of mine, Rosie, asked me to. She's learning guitar, so this is for you, Rosie. And first, I think it's important with music theory to know a little bit of vocabulary, so I kind of wrote you guys some stuff, and I'll first read it to you and then I'll hold it up so you can see it. But you're gonna need to know what a fret is. It sounds ridiculous, but you know, some people don't know. So fret is the metal inlay on the guitar neck that separates the notes. Next would be a semitone, and that's the space of one fret to the next. For example, there's one semitone between the notes B and C. I'll explain this later. And B and C happen to be the 7th and the 8th fret on the E string, and therefore it's by one fret, so it's one semitone. An octave is it's the same note, and it's the same frequency, but it sounds higher or lower. For instance, the octave of A is also an A note, but it sounds one octave lower or higher. And the reason for octave is it's Latin. Oct is 8, and if you look at the notes in the Western music scale, which I'll also explain soon, there are 7 notes, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then the 8th would be the octave, which is the same note you started off with, except it's going to be lower or higher pitched. And you're also going to need to know what a sharp and a flat is, and that's just the note. For instance, if I'm going up the neck, and I'm playing an E right now, E, this is an E flat. An E sharp, or an F flat, because it's behind F. Actually, I take that back, I'm sorry. There is no sharp or flat between E and F. However, I'll explain all of this. Forget I just said that, but I'm doing this lesson in one take, so I'm not going back. Alright, so I'll hold this up for you here. I hope you can read that. You can always pause the screen. Alright. The next sheet I need to explain is this. Alright, this would be the guitar neck. I only did like 6 frets or something because I'm not going to draw a whole guitar neck for you guys. Alright, and this would be, sorry, it's windy here in my backyard. These would be the frets, and here's the open strings. And these, obviously, what's going vertical is the string, and horizontal frets. And if you look, you know, you have the E, B, G, D, A, E, which is this. E, B, G, D, A, E. Those are your open strings. It's very important to know at least a little bit of music theory, especially what notes are and how you would find a note on the fretboard. Even if you are just a casual player, I think that helps tremendously. So, just as an example, you would have here on the E string, the first fret would be an F, the second fret is an F sharp or a G flat. The sharps and the flats are used to denote, for instance, sharp is the next note. Let's say an F sharp is before a G, and a G flat is before an F. But in reality, it's all mumbo jumbo music theory, vocabulary crap. All you need to know is that the F sharp and G flat are the same notes. It's just 2 different ways of saying the same thing. Potato, potato, so to speak. Some people like to use sharps, some people like to use flats. I use sharps for more comfortable and think in sharp. So you'd have first fret is an F, E, F, E is the open. Second fret would be an F sharp, G flat. Third fret is a G. Fourth fret would be G sharp, A flat. Fifth fret is an A. Sixth fret is an A sharp, B flat, etc. That's not going to make much sense. However, once you look at this, the Western music scale, it starts to make sense. Because Western music is split into 12 semitones. And as I mentioned earlier, the semitones are the frets, the space between the notes. And it just so happens that the way whoever the hell invented the Western scale did it, well, when they made it so it looks like this. you have, let's say, an A, just to start off alphabetically. You have the A, and then it goes to an A sharp, B flat, then a B, and then there just so happens that there's no sharps or flat between B and C, so it's A, A sharp, B flat, which is once again the same note, B, then there's C, then there's C sharp, D flat, then there's D, D sharp, E flat, then there's E, and then there's F. So like the B and the C, there is no sharp or flat between E and F. Now it goes all the way back here. I ran out of space. F sharp, G flat, G, G sharp, A flat, and then A is the octave. So as I said earlier, it's the 12 semitones, boom, boom, boom. Then you have your A again, which is the octave of the A. Now this is a recap. There's going to be sharps and flats between each note except B and C and E and F. So those are the two notes that they don't have sharps or flats between each. Now to put this visually now for you, this is your E string, right? So you're going to have E, now the next fret, since there's no sharps or flat between E and F, is going to be F. And then there's going to be F sharp or G flat, which is the second fret. Third fret would be G. Fourth fret would be, come on, tell me. That's right, G sharp, A flat. Fifth fret would be A, and so on. So as you see, it's not that hard to start at least learning what the notes on the neck are, how you would find the notes, because eventually you want to have all the notes memorized, and you can just say, you know, A, A, you know, and it really starts to make sense when you play on the guitar and you see all the notes as you go. Let's say this is the A. When you go through all the semitones as I showed you in the paper, and you end up here, I'm sorry, here, it's the octave, E. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You have the 12 semitones, and then you have the octave, E. And that's about it for the lesson. It's really important to know all this stuff. Just get it down packed, practice. E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. It's really not as bad as it seems, and it's very important, believe it or not. Thank you for watching, and enjoy.